Hey everyone, so I'm back with my twin pregnancy update video. So this video is going to cover weeks 19 and 20, and if you're new to my channel, I'm expecting identical twin boys. They're Mo-Dai twins, and I'm due in September, and so far my pregnancy has gone really great. I have nothing to complain about. Everything has been awesome, and every time I go into my specialist appointments, I have to go every 2 weeks because I'm considered high risk. Every time I go in, everything checks out, and so I feel very blessed that everything so far is, you know, progressing the way it should be. I'm like not going to talk about like symptoms, like pregnancy symptoms anymore, because I just don't have any, to be honest. I don't have cravings. I don't have like your typical pregnancy, you know, symptoms like that when it comes to morning sickness. I just haven't really had that. I did have some very mild morning sickness, well, like nausea in the first trimester, but it was not a problem, and it went away quickly, and so it's just not even worth mentioning, I guess, unless I'm actually feeling something. But no symptoms. Week 19 though, the one thing that I noticed that was really big and monumental was I really for sure have, like, I feel them now kicking, which is so exciting. I mentioned in my last pregnancy update video that I wasn't sure. I was feeling like something. I couldn't really, it's like I wanted to say it was them kicking and moving, but until I know for sure, or it's so consistent that there's no denying it, I didn't want to just say out loud that, oh, it's for sure them and everything, you know, whatever, that's totally what it is. But starting in week 19, it has been consistent, just every single day, multiple times a day in the same area, kind of my lower stomach. And so I finally just had to proclaim, I'm like, okay, it's totally them, they're kicking. I was a little concerned until I went into my appointment today, my ultrasound for today that I went to. I was a little concerned because I thought that I thought that baby A was at the bottom and baby B was on top, which is how I've been told. It's like their positions. And so all I was feeling was movements on the very bottom. And so it was starting to get like a little concerning, I guess, because I'm just thinking like, well, if I'm feeling baby A at the bottom, like how come I'm not really feeling anything at the top? And so I went into my specialist appointment today, and they confirmed that the twins have kind of shifted, I guess. So they're both vertical. So baby A is on the right hand side and baby B is on the left hand side, and baby B is a little bit higher up, but they're both breached, so they're head up and feet down. So their feet are right on top of like the bottom of my uterus, and so it's their little feet that keep like kicking. And it kind of made me laugh because I was just thinking that makes total sense, because all I've been feeling are just these little movements down there, just these constant little, just all day kicks. And just seeing that their feet are feet down, and that's what I was feeling, it just made total sense as to why I wasn't really feeling anything on top. It's because of the way they're positioned, and their feet are feet down, and they're just like stepping on me. And it's actually really sweet because when the ultrasound tech was going over, you know, my ultrasound, she was able to put the, you know, like little probe thing or whatever it's called at a certain angle to where you could see like from the bottom coming up, and all you saw were these 4 little feet, and they were just doing this number. And it just made Matt and I both were just cracking up, because I was like, that's exactly what I've been feeling. So it was confirmation that that's what I was feeling, and that's why I wasn't feeling anything up top, and I was happy to see that. So that again was the only thing in week 19 that I was just kind of big and monumental, that was exciting. So week 20, which is where I'm at now, I just turned 20 weeks yesterday, and so so far kind of nothing really. Again, I've been feeling them kick constantly. I feel fine, like my energy is fine. Something I have noticed though is that I guess my stamina is a little off. I notice that like anytime I'm standing up for like longer than 30 minutes, I really start getting tired, and I start getting kind of achy, like right here at the very top of my rib cage. So I don't know if it's the weight of the baby's kind of like pushing my stomach down, and it's kind of stretching out my stomach. I'm not sure if like exactly what, but I just noticed that if I'm trying to like clean the kitchen and do the dishes and, you know, cook, or just, you know, being on my feet too long, around 30 minutes is when I start kind of feeling like I need to sit down. So I have noticed that. I try to go to the grocery store on Sunday. My husband has been doing all the grocery shopping. He's been totally awesome. But I tried to go by on Sunday, and halfway through the grocery trip, I was like, oh no. I was like, I need to hurry up and go get the ice cream and leave, because I'm really starting to kind of feel achy. And I just don't want to push it to a point where I'm in a lot of pain. But I wrapped up the trip and I left, and it was totally fine. But that's something I've noticed. I haven't noticed any round ligament pains. I did ask my doctor, my regular doctor that I see, not the specialist, but my regular one, about the round ligament pain, just to confirm that that's what I was feeling in week, I think it's like 16 or 17, maybe it was week 17, I'm not sure, but it was like 16 or 17 week, it was week 16 or 17 is when I started to feel kind of like some round ligament pains. And I called my nurse, and she confirmed that that was probably what I was feeling. But then whenever I was at my appointment, I wanted to go ahead and bring that up again, and she was saying, yeah, that's probably what it was, and you're gonna feel that. But I haven't since then felt anything like that. I've been really good about staying hydrated and resting and not pushing myself too much. So I've been feeling fine in that sense. But I have felt like, again, it's kind of like my ribs hurt, like the muscles or the skin or something, like right at the bottom of my ribs. It just feels achy if I'm standing too long. But that kind of wraps up 19 and 20 weeks as far as things I have noticed or felt, or whatever. And now I want to talk about the specialist appointment. So again, I went today, and the twins are doing great. They are both measuring at 20 weeks. Well, one was measuring at 20 weeks 5 days, and the other was measuring at like 20 weeks 3 days or something like that. They both weigh 12 ounces exactly. Baby A's heart rate was 150 and baby B's was 147. Ultrasound tech that we see every single time, because she's so awesome, so we keep requesting her. As she was doing the anatomy scan, she was saying that she goes, you know what, guys, they are so like right on track with one another. She goes, that's really, really good. Like, of course it can change later on, but she goes, but right now, she goes, they're both exactly 12 ounces. Their fluid levels are exactly like 5 centimeters or millimeters or whatever it was. And she said all of their measurements are coming up like almost like identical. I mean, even though they're identical twins, they might grow at a different rate, which is why I go see a specialist every 2 weeks, because they're wanting to see if TTTS, which is a twin-to-twin transfusion syndrome, to see if that develops at some point during my pregnancy, because they do share a placenta. So that's why I go every 2 weeks, because they really monitor that very closely. And she was just saying that, she goes, gosh, they are just so much like just, right there with one another. So it was a great appointment. Obviously, the anatomy scan is something that you always kind of, other moms who are pregnant who have to go to the anatomy scan, I mean, I'm sure you guys all kind of feel the same way, that you just want everything to check out and you want everything to look good. And they check the brains and both brains and the hearts, and all their legs and their toes and their thumbs and just everything. I mean, they just check every little thing. So it was just nice to have that confirmation that not only are they checking out well, but everything is just like right on track where it's supposed to be. Another thing that I saw that was kind of funny, that I kept laughing about, is because they're so, like, they're both vertical, they're both right next to each other. Again, baby A is over here and baby B is over here. And just throughout the ultrasound, because it was about almost a 2-hour ultrasound, because they have to check so many things on both babies. They kept like, they're not like fighting, they're just kicking each other and kind of pushing on each other. And Matt and I both just kept laughing, because it's like there would be a point where the ultrasound tech would try to get a certain measurement on one of the babies, but then the other one would push the other baby, and she's like, stop pushing each other. We just kept laughing because we thought that was cute. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you my belly shop and wrap up the video. Okay, so here I am at 20 weeks. And as you can see, I have a very noticeable popping out of the belly. So that's very exciting. I haven't noticed any stretch marks yet. I've been very good about keeping, lotion and all that stuff on my tummy. I probably will get stretch marks, because I did with Connor, and I don't mind, obviously, but that is 20 weeks for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.